Yo, what's really good, YouTube? It's your boy blackPowerStick. Right, been off YouTube for a minute, been off the videos for a while. As I've been off the videos, I've really had a chance to sit down and analyze people and analyze what's going on around me with the YouTubers and with the videos. And my last video, Uk-blackfolks, let's get our shit together, economic style. Since that video, I have been studying my economics. I'm still in school doing it, you know, and studying all my finance and, you know, just getting myself right on that level. What I realized in the process is one of the first things, in order for us to get ourselves together on an economic level, is discipline is the key for one. And I say financial discipline is the key, because as I'm talking to some black folks, and I do a thing now called the economic questions, and I think I might have to go out on the street and just record it on YouTube just to prove to us how outrageous a lot of our spending habits are. You know, I had a conversation. I saw one of my old girls last week, and when we last spoke, she was in a lot of debt. You know, catalog bills and all kind of shit. Catalog bills, taking out loans, and also someone frauded up her account, which got her into more debt. So, you know, okay, on one side a lot of it wasn't her fault, but on the other side it was due to her being irresponsible, which led to her debt, and due to carelessness. And then one of the first things I realized in our economic development, carelessness will be the reason for why we can never economically get ourselves out of the financial discomforts that we're in. Because it's like, I listen to Black Authority, and I'm gonna quote him: we buy what we need. No, we buy what we want and beg for what we need. The Black Authority. I'm gonna put the video in the link box. And me understanding that as I'm studying economics, studying finance, it's made me realize that, you know, I had a conversation with my mum about this, and, you know, me and my mum was talking about economics, and then my mum agreed with me. And then I was talking to my dad, and so did my dad agree with me. You know, I find it so funny, you know, as I was talking to my old link that I had with, you know, that's in all these debts, she bought a BlackBerry. She bought the recent one as well. It wasn't like she bought an old BlackBerry. You know, some BlackBerries are getting cheaper now, but I'm seeing BlackBerries that are fucking like £120, £130. And then it shows me, how are we gonna be in debt but we have money for BlackBerries? You know, that made me realize that's one of the first of the problems. You know, I realize in the black community we tend to look at matters of no real importance. We like to focus on things that's not important to us. And then what a lot of people don't know is, if any of you are in debt right now, if any of you unfortunately passed away or committed suicide, any of the sort, if any of you right now passed away, you are putting debt onto your family. That now becomes a family debt. So if you killed yourself because you were in so much debt, you've now passed that debt onto your family. You know, I've actually heard stories about people being bankrupt, and because they couldn't pay their debt, they've committed suicide. So that's a selfish act in itself. But now, you know, anything you do, you know, everything is about what can you, as black folks now, what can we pass down to the next generation? What do we have which is progressive for the next generation? What do we have where, if you've got a son or a daughter, they can say, yo, that's my mum, with pride? What do we have where, you know, we've got generations of black folks saying, yo, that's my dad, that's my granddad, that's my uncle? You see, what I find, you know, as I'm talking to a lot of black folks about economics, I've realized when I'm actually, because I'm very economically focused, I've got it unlocked with the history, I've got it unlocked with the information, and I've actually got black folks telling me, yo man, you should join this organization, you should join that organization, you've already done your research about them. You know what? I respect all these organizations. I respect somewhat some of the stuff they do, but none of it is helping our economic development. I mean, last year you got the fucking Nawabians in Dalston that's in Hackney area, their bookshop shut down due to them being unable to pay the rent. And you know the reason why they were unable to pay the rent? I don't know the individual spending habits. I know a lot of them in the UK, but it was due to us not having no economic system where we were in bailout positions. You know, looking at all these spending cuts that's now happening, which David Cameron and Nick Clegg are now making us very aware of, these spending cuts are going to hurt us more due to us not having no economic structure or economic system which we can apply, and not only apply it, but we can then, you know, say, okay, look, that's what's going to happen on a political front. But if we understand our economic power, because our finance and our money is making everyone else rich but ourselves. You know, we're constantly reminded about it. We're constantly warned by other black scholars about this. But now, what I would also say is it's a must that black folks can get together and have meetings on how they can put their money together and put it into progressive things. And then, so when we understand that, I put it to my mum. I said like this: I've got to a stage now. I know I don't like black women that wear weave, but I'm gonna say this to black women that wear weave: how many of you spent that weave anywhere you are in the world with a black business? How many of you, hairdressers that maybe own a weave salon, how many of you got your weave from a black supplier? I leave that right there to that point. All you black folks that own your own restaurants, how many of you bought your meat from a black butcher? How many of you got your seasoning from a black supermarket? You see, this is where, even Dr. Claude Anderson said it's about group economics. I got a lot of racists on my page. I got a lot of racist Asians on my page. I got a lot of racist whites mainly on my page. And what I've realized, I just block them now. I understand what Thugtician was doing when he used to block people he never liked. Because it's come to my conclusion that a lot of these racist whites, they have nothing better to do. So they feel good by debating with us. And not only debating with us, they feel good when they can just say, see, you black cunt. I get all these black cunts monkey on my page. I'm like, hold on a second. I must be doing something right in order for me to get this kind of attention. So even all you black folks, if any of you get racial rants on your page from non-blacks, you just need to block them. And any black people who don't promote progressive minds and progressive ideas, they need to be blocked as well. So we can phase out the type of black folks we want to keep around us. Because that's a real issue as well. I believe in that saying, you get judged by the company you keep. And okay, if we're going to get judged by the company we keep, we need to keep progressive people around us who can actually build with us and who can help us get somewhere. So that's my angle, which I'm gonna come on in terms of the economics and understanding. I've got a lot of economics understanding, and because I've realized now there's a massive attack on UK black folks, and I'm economically focused. But when you understand the flow of economics, you can then use economics to branch off into other entities. The thing is, we focus on so much other issues, but we don't actually understand economics. And when you have no economic clout, you have no political clout. And when you got no political clout, you have no influence on a legal front. So that's where I'm really, focused on the economics. And, I will tell all you black folks, listen to Dr. Claude Anderson, Dr. Amos Wilson, you got Dr. Arthur Lewis, you got so much other black scholars who are on YouTube. I might even see if I can put their names in the tags, so that way, anytime if you guys are so bored, you need to actually listen to people who can actually help you. Stop coming on YouTube listening for jokes and looking for jokes, because that's the problem. There's a lot of serious information on YouTube, but due to the fact that we want things to be funny all the time, but when you understand the issues going on with our black folks, the issues are not funny. And then we need to stop entertaining these jokers, these racist jokers as well. We need to stop allowing ourselves to be hurt emotionally by these jokers, because all these jokers are doing is they're putting out their racism, And then when you start looking at the videos of YouTubers acting stupid, they say, see, that's how black people act. But anyways, man, it's your boy BlackPowerStick, man. Get at me, man. And it's all about economics in 2010 onwards.